The Mandalorian premiered itself like it was just yesterday, breathing new life into the Star Wars series. Just as the Skywalker trilogy was coming to a close, this narrative of an adopted Mandalorian bounty hunter provided fans with a fresh plot to follow, and a new charming baby Yoda to adore. However, the Mandalorian universe has expanded far beyond Din Djarin. Now, let us get into more details on what we know and what we can expect from The Mandalorian Season 4. The Mandalorian is already an epic saga with iconic characters like Luke Skywalker, Bo-Katan Kryze, and Boba Fett as it reaches its third season. Several spin-offs are in the works. So, what does Disney's plan for The Mandalorian look like? It's as easy as that, a rebrand. On October 3rd, 2018, it was officially announced that Disney would be producing a live-action Star Wars television series, which had been in the works since 2009 but had been shelved due to over-budget production. It was also announced that Jon Favreau would be the executive producer and writer of the show. Favreau is best known for directing the Iron Man series, The Jungle Book, and the live-action version of The Lion King. The Mandalorian might be cancelled after its fourth season, although this would not be a conventional cancellation. Instead, according to leaker Jordan Mason, the show might be resurrected under a new moniker, one that better reflects the expanding expanse of the live-action Star Wars television world. This growth makes sense, given how The Mandalorian began as an episodic Bounty of the Week program and evolved into the type of galactic political sci-fi drama that seems natural in the Star Wars universe. From clanmate Grogu to enemy Moff Gideon, The Mandalorian is greater than its central bounty hunter. Now let's get into the details you've been waiting for. Here's a little possibility on what to expect for the plot, cast, and when it will be released. Plot. The Mandalorian's journey begins 5 years after the events that led to the premise of the Jedi's return, as the Galactic Empire has fallen. We see Din Djarin, a lone bounty hunter, traveling through various galaxies to complete missions assigned to him. He is hired by Imperial forces for an assignment to retrieve the child, Grogu, or more known as Baby Yoda. But Din happens to run with the child to protect him against the Imperial forces who want to use him in the Force, whereas the Mandalorian wants to reconnect him with its kind. Cast. Din Djarin, played by Pedro Pascal,
Brave of Fox to make a big, make a sequel with a bunch of nobodies,
is the series' main character and a lone bounty hunter who travels across galaxies to perform given assignments. Mandalorian's main objective is the child, also known as Baby Yoda, an animatronic puppet with special effects. Greef Karga, the chief of the Bounty Hunters Guild, is played by Carl Weathers. Werner Herzog portrays the Clint, an intriguing character. Dr. Pershing, played by Omid Abtahi, is a scientist who works for the Clint.
That is not what we agreed upon.
I'm simply being pragmatic.
IG-11, a bounty hunter robot, is voiced by Taika Waititi.
Well, I learned very early on when I was writing the script that there's no real way to pitch this film. you can't pitch this. You can start.
Yes, Moff Gideon. And they brought the child.
Moff Gideon, a former official of the Imperial Security Department, is played by Giancarlo Esposito. And we encounter certain characters from the original Star Wars films in the second season. Temuera Morrison plays Boba Fett, another well-known bounty hunter in the Star Wars world. For the second season, Mark Hamill reprises his role as the renowned Luke Skywalker.
I'm sorry I missed your birthday. I was checking my diary, and that week I had 2 other birthdays, a bar mitzvah, and a supermarket.
And since we're on the topic of The Mandalorian Season 4's cast, there has been a rumor spreading in the community that Gina Carano might return in the 4th season of The Mandalorian. Now, since this is still a rumor, please take this information with a grain of salt. Alright, here is what we know so far regarding this story. With The Mandalorian Season 3 slated to premiere early next year, as well as the 2 spin-off programs, Ahsoka and The Book of Boba Fett, a rumor has arisen that Season 4 would not only be the show's last season, but will also feature Gina Carano's Cara Dune. Gina Carano was, of course, let go from her role under questionable circumstances. Fans have been pleading with her to return for a long time, even threatening to stop watching the program if she does not. The removal of Carano's fan-favorite character, Cara Dune, from the show allegedly threw a monkey wrench into Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni's plans. So much so that the spin-off program, Rangers of the New Republic, was allegedly cancelled because Carano played a crucial role. We Got This Covered picked up on the rumor, and YouTuber Mike Zero is once again stirring up the rumor mill. Please do note that Mike Zero has a mixed track record when it comes to leaks, so this could be a false report. The YouTuber alleges that Jon Favreau went out of his way to persuade Disney executives to bring the actress back, and that his effort was successful. Kathleen Kennedy, the president of Lucasfilm, is said to have lost a lot of influence at the company, so she can't protest Carano's return. Mike Zero claims that Mandalorian Season 4 will be unveiled by the end of 2021, and that Gina Carano's character will return to complete her story arc on the program. As a result, the Rangers of the New Republic television series may finally get off the ground. Again, none of this can be proven, so this is just guesswork, but perhaps there is some truth to this report. We can never know till the official release or announcement, right? Do you think Cara Dune is likely to return to The Mandalorian? Let us know by leaving a comment down below. Moving on. Release date. On the same day as the launch of new streaming service Disney Plus on November 12, 2019, Mandalorian premiered. The show received a positive response, and a second season was announced, which premiered on October 30th, 2020. There has been no official announcement as of yet, but the third season of the show is expected to premiere in mid-2022, and the fourth season in 2024. What will this new show be like? It's anyone's guess right now. However, as further Mandalorian spin-offs, like the Book of Boba Fett and Ahsoka, go through creation, it becomes evident that many of the individuals introduced as supporting characters in The Mandalorian have their own tales to tell. The Mandalorian's possibilities are boundless, whether it's a young adult series following Grogu's Jedi training, a small-town dramedy following Greef Karga, or a Game of Thrones-style galactic soap opera. If accurate, this report verifies what many fans have long assumed regarding Star Wars' transition to live-action television. Star Wars isn't in this medium to tell the narrative of a single guy navigating the cosmos. Instead, the Star Wars narrative returns to the expansive stories that made the brand famous in the first place. Though it may be years away, The Mandalorian appears to be more likely to evolve than to end. That's the only choice for a long-running series like Star Wars. We're not likely to leave a long time ago for a long time, just as the prequel trilogy led to the Clone Wars, and the Clone Wars led to the Bad Batch. Now that we tackle the details we know about The Mandalorian Season 4, let's talk about the third season, which is actually fast approaching. We first mistook Disney's announcement for a confirmation that The Mandalorian Season 3 will launch on Christmas Day 2021, but it's now evident that the news was really about the Boba Fett spinoff. It's unclear whether this implies Boba's debut episode will premiere on December 25th or sooner. In any case, it's a Christmas pleasure for all of us. Season 3 of The Mandalorian is expected to premiere in early 2022 at the earliest. Here's what executive producer and showrunner Jon Favreau had to say about it. Some #Star Wars clarification. #The Book of Boba Fett is coming next December. It will not run alongside Season 3 of #The Mandalorian. As Favreau says here, Mando Season 3 will go start production after next year's Boba Fett show. They are working on pre-production now on Season 3 of #The Mandalorian, while they are in production on #The Book of Boba Fett. Mando Season 3 will follow closely behind Fett, according to Favreau. Favreau confirmed in an interview with Variety that Season 3 is on schedule. So, what will the third season be like? Speaking to People, actor Giancarlo Esposito hinted at what's next in store for The Mandalorian in Season 3. We're living in a universe that is huge, and that has so much to explore. So I think this show is going to start to lay the groundwork for the depth and breadth that's going to come in Season 3 and Season 4, where you're really going to start to get answers. I think it's a really fine balance, of course. Bryce Dallas Howard, who directed Season 2's episode, The Heiress, told Digital Spy about the show's willingness to explore the wider universe and include elements that a more casual Star Wars fan might not be familiar with. As an actor, I'm familiar with those kind of questions because, for example, working in the Jurassic franchise, it's like, Okay, we can have fun with some deep cuts. What is that balance? How might something that has been established in the Lost World, or whatnot, play a factor into the storytelling for Jurassic World Dominion? She added, if you're telling a story that is a biopic or something, and there's a bunch of characters that are smaller characters in that biopic, but you can go and read about all of them because they existed, and their lives are well documented and whatnot. It's only going to better inform the biopic that's centering on the one character. Because you will have these fully fleshed out other characters that, even though it's not centralizing on them, they're a part of the narrative. Now that we know 3 new spin-off programs are on the pipeline, these remarks make a lot more sense. Rangers of the New Republic, Ahsoka, and the Book of Boba Fett will all be set in the same universe as The Mandalorian, so don't be shocked if they have some sort of connection to the main program. In fact, Season 3 may directly set them all up. While we don't know much about Rangers of the New Republic just yet, the Ahsoka spinoff seemed a foregone conclusion following the character's live-action debut in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. And because Boba's next solo adventure has been in the works for quite some time, we're excited to see it finally emerge on our screens. So make sure to set your alarms ready for the 3rd season and catch it on Disney+. Or maybe while you're waiting, if you want to do a recap of the previous season, you can also check on Disney+. What are your thoughts and expectations of the 4th season of The Mandalorian? Let us know by leaving a comment down below. Also, don't forget to leave a like and turn on that notification bell. That's all for now. See you in the next video.